Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to share 3 easy low-carb keto-friendly soups with you. These are all lovely and warming to enjoy as meals through the chilly season in Ireland. It started getting cool and wintry and I've been making loads of soups, so I thought over the next week I will film 3 different ones to share in this video with you. And as always, I've written a blog post which I'll leave down below, which has the full recipes for how to make these and loads of adaptations too, so click through for that. And be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, comment too, let me know your favorite warming soup recipe. I look forward to reading your comments and trying more soups. So let me show you how to make the first soup recipe. For my first soup, I'm going to make chicken soup. So I've got these chicken drumsticks. They're free-range chicken drumsticks. They're 800 grams, so around 2 pounds of chicken drumsticks. They were €4, so it makes nice and budget-friendly meal soup, just perfect. And I'm just going to add onion and garlic to it. That's pretty much it. There are loads of adaptations. You can add other vegetables to it. You can add, once it's almost ready, add in some broccoli if you want, which I do sometimes, but I'm going to keep it nice and simple. I just feel like a nourishing chicken soup. So we're going to start out by browning the chicken drumsticks. I've got coconut oil melting in my large pot, and we'll get these started browning and then slice up the onion and garlic and add it once it's ready. So I've got the chicken drumsticks in the saucepan. I've added in loads of salt and we'll just get them to brown, flip them all over and cook them till they're browned on all sides. Chicken's nice and brown, so we're going to add in the onion and garlic. While the chicken is sizzling way behind me and browning, I have chopped up the onion and garlic to add in. I've added in the onion and garlic, toss it all around, get it a bit browned, and then we'll pour over the water. The chicken is beautiful and brown, full of so much flavour, so we'll pour water over. So I've got water over to cover. And what I like to do now is just add a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar and give it a mix through. Just adds in flavour and just help draw some of those lovely nutrients and minerals out of the bones. And then we will just bring up the soup to a bubble. So my chicken soup's come up to the bubble. I've reduced it down to a gentle simmer and I'm going to let it simmer for a couple of hours. The longer you simmer it for, the more flavour will develop. The meat will just fall off the bones, so it is up to you how long to let it bubble for. I'd say minimum an hour and a half just to get loads of flavour. You can push it to 2 to 3 hours if you really want, but I will show you once it's done. The soup's been gently simmering for a couple of hours and the chicken is just falling off the bones. You can see it's just coming off the bones there. So I'm going to take all the chicken legs out of the pot now, debone it all and pop the meat or the chicken back in and just keep the bones to make another pot of soup later. So just pull all the drumsticks out of the soup and it really just comes off the bone with a spoon. You can see you just pull a spoon and it pulls the chicken all apart, and then you can pop the chicken back into the soup, and the bones you can reuse them and make another pot of broth of soup. One of my sons and my husband like actually eating all these bits off of the chicken bones, so they quite enjoy that. But I'm just going to put all the chicken back into the soup and then serve myself out a bowl full. So there you go, my perfect bowl full of chicken soup. There's loads of chicken in there. I can see spice and pieces of garlic too. It is just such a hearty, nourishing meal that's just low-carb, keto-friendly. As I said, you can add in some broccoli, some zucchini. You can add some zucchini noodles in, have a chicken zoodle soup if you like. But I'll write loads of ideas in the blog post, which I'll leave down below, so click through for that. But that is my first of 3 easy keto soup ideas. Keep watching for 2 more. And for today's soup, I'm making a creamy zucchini soup with just these ingredients, and there are loads of other adaptations. You can use really any vegetables you like to make a lovely creamy keto soup, but as I said, I'm just using zucchini or courgettes. You could use broccoli, mushroom, you could mix it up and use whichever you like. But yeah, I'll write a whole list of low-carb veggies you could choose from to make your own low-carb creamy veggie soup. But I am using the zucchini over here. I am just using onion and garlic. Here's my onion and my garlic, and I've got a little stock pot. You can use a stock cube, you could use just water if you want. You could also use, I finished all the chicken soup from the other day, but if you make chicken soup, chicken stock, you can use your own homemade if you want instead. So let's make this lovely creamy warming soup now. Start by chopping as much onion and garlic as you like, depends how many carbs you want to allocate to your soup. And now we're going to get it started softening in a saucepan in coconut oil. So I'm just softening the onion and garlic, and we'll get on and seach the zucchini. So just chop up the zucchini while the onion and garlic is browning, and then we'll just add it in. So add the zucchini into the pot and cover it with water. So yeah, I added the zucchini in, salt, pepper, any other seasoning you like to taste, and then just add on water or stock to cover, whatever you'd like. And now we'll just bring it up to boil. Once the soup comes up to boil, reduce it down and simmer for 15-20 minutes until the zucchini is nice and soft. While the soup is cooking, I thought I'd just talk you through a couple of options to make a nice keto creamy soup. So you can add in a bit of milk when you're ready to blend, that is, all these 1 or 2 or as many as you want of these options you can include. So yeah, almond milk, make it nice and creamy, or of course you've got cream, add in a bit of cream for a super luxurious and silky creamy soup. I've got these Greek feta tubes. A bit of feta crumbled over the top of the soup just kind of balances perfectly. It's lovely and creamy and flavorful, and just this saltiness from the feta is just a perfect complement. Otherwise, I also love these Parmesan shavings. You can include Parmesan or add in any grated cheese, any cheese you like, blue cheese, a bit of that mixed through is just lovely. And a couple more creamy ingredients to choose from. You can go for some sour cream or for some cream cheese for just an extra creamy, lovely soup. If you want a bit of a cream of vegetable soup, pick your vegetable, add a bit of cream cheese or sour cream, and you've got a super creamy soup. And I'm yet to decide exactly what I want to pop into my soup, so keep watching to find out. So the zucchini now is lovely and soft, so we'll blend the soup and make it lovely and creamy. So to make the soup creamy, I've decided to just pour a bit of cream in, a lot of cream in, to make it nice and creamy. And an ingredient I completely forgot to show you before, butter. In Ireland we love including butter in our soups, so I've added a nice spoonful of butter, and now we will blend it till it's lovely and creamy. So I'm just going to use my stick blender and blend till we have a smooth creamy soup. There we go, and now I'll just pour it off into bowls. So there you go, look at my beautiful creamy zucchini soup. But as I said, you can use any low carb keto friendly vegetable you like, and I'm actually going to serve it with, I like to at the table include Parmesan and feta, so you can have a little bit of each and just crumble on and have a bit as we go, and just make such a lovely hearty warming meal. But that is this lovely keto soup. Keep watching for one more. For today's soup, I'm making leek and cauliflower soup. It's kind of like a low carb keto friendly version of leek and potato soup. All you need is 1 to 2 leeks, just depends how many carbs you want to allocate to your soup. I've got this unusual looking purple garlic that I'm going to be using. For the cauliflower, I'm going to use the whole head of cauliflower, but again, you could use half to the whole head. And I'm going to be crumbling blue cheese over the soup. I find it just goes together so well with flavor, but you could leave it out, or there's some other flavor options which I'll write in the blog post down below. And there's stock. You can use any stock you like, stock cubes or water or some chicken broth that you made. It is up to you. And now for cooking it, I'm actually using butter instead of coconut oil like I usually do. I just find with this soup, it kind of calls for butter and is perfect. So let me show you how to make it. I've got all of the leek chopped up, ready to go in the saucepan. So I'm using butter, but you could use coconut oil or any other oil that you like. So we've got that nice and hot, and we're going to get this cooking. I've got the leek and garlic in the saucepan with butter, and I'll just keep an eye on it. I'm stirring it from time to time, and while it's busy cooking, I'll see to my cauliflower. And I've chopped the cauliflower up into little florets, and as soon as the leek is softened, we'll add it in. It only took a few minutes for the leek and garlic to soften a bit, get a bit of colour and a bit fragrant, so it's perfect time to add in the cauliflower. Cauliflower's in, and we're just going to stir it through and give it a few minutes to soften before pouring over the stock. And I've added a few generous shakes of salt, but feel free to add salt, pepper, any other seasoning you like. The vegetables are ready for the stock. What I do is crumble over a couple of stock cubes and then pour over boiling water. And I am doing a litre over here just to cover all the veggies. So it got a bit steamy there, it pulls you back over here. So I have got a litre of stock on my vegetables. I'm going to bring it up to a boil, reduce it down to a simmer, and let it cook for 25 minutes, half an hour, maybe longer, until all those vegetables are nice and soft and ready to be blended into a creamy soup. The soup's been simmering away for about 25 minutes, and I like to take a fork and just kind of put it through one of the cauliflower and see it kind of goes through really easily and mashes. Then it's done. So we're going to take it off the heat. Now you can enjoy the soup nice like this and thick, but I prefer to blend mine with a hand blender, stick blender, and you can blend it just like that, or you can add in, I've got some sour cream and some cream. I'm going to add a couple of tablespoons of each, but you could add, if you want, a quarter of a cup of one or the other instead. And then, as I said before, I'm going to finish off the soup with a bit of blue cheese. So I've got a couple of tablespoons of sour cream, a couple of tablespoons of cream, and now I'm going to blend it with my stick blender. And there you go, it's nice and smooth and creamy. Look at that thick, beautiful soup. You can see by the spoonful, it's beautiful and thick and so flavorful. This is beautiful on its own, but I like to pop it out into bowls. And I've moved the soup out into bowls, and it's just beautiful like this, but I like it topped with a bit of blue cheese. Just like that. Look at the beautifulness of the blue cheese on top, and it goes so well with the cauliflower and the leek. So flavorful, such a delicious creamy soup, and there'll be leftovers for days as well. So that is the video for today with 3 keto soup ideas. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more videos, comment too, let me know your favorite keto soups, and remember to check down below for the link to the blog post which has all of the full recipes and everything that you need. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye.